Данное сообщение, материал, создано или распространено иностранным средством массовой информации, выполняющим функции иностранного агента, или российским юридическим лицом, выполняющим функции иностранного агента.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Before I start my speech, I wanted to tell everyone how incredibly grateful I am to be here accepting this award for my father, and at the same time, absolutely terrified. You know, I've heard this many times, and sure, I will again, maybe even in the corridors after this ceremony. You know, Dasha, they'll say to me, I understand why you're feeling this way, because it concerns your family and close ones. But in the real world, however, we have to be more pragmatic. And in those hallways, I'll nod my head and say, yes, of course, what else I can say? I'm a 20-year-old college student, and I don't feel very comfortable arguing with experienced and responsible pragmatics. However, here today, taking advantage of the fact that I have the microphone, no one will take it away from me, and I don't have to argue with anyone personally, feeling impolite. I would like to oppose that pragmatism. This is the Sakharov Prize. Thank you. This is the Sakharov Prize, and Andrei Sakharov was probably one of the most non-pragmatic people on the planet. I don't understand why those who advocate for pragmatic relations with dictators can't simply open the history books. It would be a very pragmatic act, and having it done, it's very easy to understand the inescapable political law. The pacification of dictators and tyrants never works. One of the opposition leaders, Boris Nemtsov, is killed with shots in the back right by the Kremlin. And then comes the pragmatist and says, well, we can't do much about it. Let's limit ourselves to a tough statement and then continue the conversation. And then they'll kill the second and the third, and the fourth will be killed in the center of Berlin, and the fifth in the UK. And then they also blow up some warehouses in Europe, and then they start killing with chemical weapons. And now we know what we know is just unsuccessful assassination attempts. How many were successful? We already know that a real terrorist group has been created inside Putin's special services, killing citizens of my country without a hearing or a trial, without justice. They were close to killing my mother. They nearly killed my father. And no one will guarantee that tomorrow European politicians won't start falling dead by simply touching a doorknob. And now, you're already increasing the police budget. You give a lot of money to special services, spend billions on new ways to detect those toxic substances. And these are the consequences of pragmatism. And you know what? It seems to me that the problem is that the desire to appeal to the dictators again and again, not to anger him, to ignore his crimes as long as it's possible, is not a pragmatic approach at all. It's time to say it straight. Under the sign of pragmatism, there is cynicism, hypocrisy, and corruption. There's a constant war between idealism and pragmatism. There are fierce battles in the European politics, but even choosing the side of pragmatism shouldn't mean betraying your ideas. To finish this speech, I want to quote a great compatriot of mine in whose honor this award was named. My destiny was in some sense exceptional, not because of false modesty, but because of a wish to be accurate, and I know that my destiny has turned out to be larger than my personality. I simply tried to live up to my own destiny. I hope we all have the strength to live up to our destinies. Freedom to Alexei Navalny. Thank you.